And we're live. Hey everybody, welcome to the 210th.
Toilet, by the way.
Angry
Oh
Cuddles
shit!
Podcast.
I gotta get off my phone.
No, I've got time. You can be on the toilet during the podcast too. Chuck actually is taking a shit right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 210th Angry Cuddles Podcast. My name is Steven. I'm the writer of the Angry Cuddles webcomic, and there it is. I've managed to put it actually down there today. With me, as always, is a very intense attraction to John Barrowman.
Well, yeah. Have you ever seen him in The Producers?
Was he? Oh yeah, he was in The Producers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Springtime for
I totally forgot that was him.
And Germany. Come on, that's totally him.
I totally forgot that was him. Like I saw that with him in it before I knew who he was. Before I had seen Doctor Who and Torchwood. Anyway, joining me today is Byronic Commando Chuck.
Hi.
I've
got time, dude. Don't force it. You gotta relax, man. You're gonna blow your O-ring if you force it too much, man. I'm looking out for you.
Chuck is Byronic Commando. You can go follow him. As 30 seconds ago it showed up in the chat. Go follow him on Twitch.
It's going to be week 3 of Hotline Miami tonight, so I'm going to try and start streaming about 9 p.m. Central U.S., so, do whatever math you have to get that to work.
And for Will Roth is...
Junk. There he is, right there.
Yeah. You can get Will Roth at moonlightnative.com. It is a local Fort Worth indie folk rock band. I've got times railing against Chuck. I'm not going to ban him yet because it's funny.
That's a hilarious, hilarious.
In a little hook tick, I've got time. In a little hook tick.
And at Will Roth Music is where you can get him here. Shark is on her way. She's late. Shark is from the Angry Cuddles, or not Angry Cuddles, the Hedgie Hates webcomic. Wow. And if you wanna go to Shark's
You
webcomic,
just fucking ruined it. Come on, Steven.
There's Shark's webcomic. Ours is at the bottom. Today,
Jesus.
You're just gonna get to know us. I'm gonna talk to these guys because we've assembled a steady crew for the first time in many years. I'm gonna give you a quick history of the Angry Cuddles podcast. So we started a little over 4 years ago, and it was me and Chuck, the artist for the webcomic Joseph, Mike, and Mark. And it was the 5 of us. And we did the podcast for a year and a half. And then Joseph left because he couldn't do podcast and draw comics for some reason. He had reason. And so then it was the 4 of us. And then Mark left for the Army. And Chuck left, took a personal 6-month, 1 year.
Year and a half.
A year and a half hiatus. And so it was me and Mike for a while with varying guests. Chuck made his way back, and then Mike had to leave. So now we've assembled our crew. Steve-O, Chuck, Will, and Shark. And you're going to see us pretty much every week. We'll still have guests, and we'll still have fill-ins.
She'll be here.
But I'm going to get to know the guys. Chuck, tell me about yourself, your background, where you grew up, where you went to school, what you went to school for.
I tried to go to school for languages. If I've got time, actually is from Iran. Hopefully, I've been getting my Arabic right. It's one of the 9 languages I've studied throughout my years. Comfortably, I speak Spanish and German. So go ahead and throw that shit out there. I'll see if I can't translate.
I've got time. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. We're at 42 now. 8 more, guys.
I was totally born a woman, and check. You know what? Real shit right here. I still have the boobs. So there you go.
That may have violated a Twitch term of service. Now that I think about it.
Oh, wow.
But back on track. You went to school for languages.
I went to school for languages, and it took me 11 fucking years to finally graduate from UNT because I'm a lazy ass.
Chuck and I met in college. That's how we knew each other. We worked at a Blockbuster in Denton.
Blockbuster. Thank you for dating us, by the way. I appreciate that.
We worked at Blockbuster. We met Will through karaoke in Fort Worth. The a couple weeks ago, when Will was a mere guest,
Just a mere guest.
he told us the story of his karaoke journey. So we won't rehash that, but it was just a meeting of fate,
It was.
I guess.
That's really what it feels like. Yeah.
It was a meeting of fates.
So, Will, tell us about yourself. Where you're from?
I am from Fort Worth, and I went to school for private investigation, and started doing that for a while, and then
My dad was a PI.
Private.
Yeah?
Yeah, he used to be a Riverside County Marshal in California, and then he did some like office work for a lot of years after he quit the force and had a family and stuff, and then about maybe 10 years ago or so, before he officially retired, he decided to start up a private investigation firm north of Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like that? Did you do any private investigating?
Yeah, I did quite a bit, actually. It was a lot of fun. Your dad, he had the cool way to do it because he got to be a cop for a long time, and then when you do that, you don't have to take any kind of classes or anything. When you're legally allowed to just start it up.
And of course, you already have all those.
You just have to get licensed, right?
You still have to get licensed.
Yeah.
But like I had to do like a year of schooling in it, and then like, but my schooling was weird. It was like, it wasn't like, oh, here are the basics. It was, here's surveillance 101 and then like counter surveillance, and then stuff like that. And
Counter surveillance.
yeah, and having to not be, made by whoever you're following. So it was.
Did you what was the most interesting case that you can talk about that you had to do? Was it mostly like he or she's cheating on me shit?
Yeah, there's a lot of infidelity, and then there's some missing persons, which are probably the which the are probably the funnest is the missing persons, definitely, because
really
you have to track them down. So
Yeah.
that's pretty rad.
Did you successfully track down a missing person?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I can't go into that.
Yeah,
Of course.
That's so cool. Will, this is something I wanted to ask you that when you were a guest, you were on a reality program,
Yeah.
a contest reality program. Is that show still on?
No, that show's canceled.
The show got
The
canceled?
show got canceled
Okay.
after the first year.
Will was one of the first contestants on Rising Star, which was the
He's the only contestant.
American Idol style of show,
Yeah.
or the voice style of show, but people vote with their phones instead of the judges, or the judges vote as well, but
Right. The
it's-
judges account for like a little bit, but then the rest is America. On
and
the
it's
phones.
versus.
Yeah, and it's
At least you got to meet Josh Groban, yeah.
Josh Groban's a fantastic guy.
Who
He's
all
a
did you
really,
get
really
to
nice
meet?
guy. Groban, Kesha, Brad Paisley, Ludacris.
You fucking met Luda?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I met a lot of weird people. Kiefer Sutherland.
Can
You met Kiefer Sutherland?
But here's
you met
my
Solid Snake?
Here's my Kiefer Sutherland, alright? Here's my story on Kiefer Sutherland. I was walking through the lobby of the hotel. We were at this super nice hotel. And the SLS, Beverly Hills, which stands for actually Satan Loves Sinners. It's like a super Illuminati hotel. And I'm walking through the lobby, and I see Kiefer Sutherland sitting there on his laptop. And I just have the inclination, I have to do it. I just scream out, Kiefer, Lost Boys, baby! And then I keep walking. And he just doesn't even miss me. He just looks at me and goes, and then goes back down to what he was doing. And I was like, I thought he would like that shit. You know, like
the old movie?
Yeah, most people are like,
the
24! Yeah. Jack Bauer! But like, to scream out Lost Boys, like, I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You feel like Night at the Roxbury with the Emilio Estevez story? Emilio! That nobody ever really hears about.
Yeah, that was me.
That's so good.
I seriously want a picture of you standing between Josh Groban and Ludacris, where I will put that in a book or something and like masterbate to it every night before I go to bed, because that would be, it's like, it's so cool.
I felt weird trying to get a picture with Luda, but Groban was easy because he was like he's a total goofball.
Yes,
you know.
Yes, he is.
And like, I mean, I remember when I was about to walk on stage, you know, there's millions of people tuned in, and I'm like, and I was sitting there like bouncing,
Yeah.
and I was just getting ready, and then I opened my eyes, and he was sitting there bouncing in front of me, like looking at me, and I was like, oh my god.
Did that help?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
What was this like? Would you go out to L.A.?
Yeah, we went out to LA for like a month or so.
Why did you decide to do Rising Star? Like, what was in your head?
They contacted me.
They contacted you?
What?
Yeah. I know, that was the craziest part. I remember I was doing the vet work, and all of a sudden I get this weird email that was like, hey, is this, I don't know if this is Will Roth, this might be an old email, I'm looking for Will Roth, and I called it, and this girl answered, and she was like, hey, I'm from ABC, blah, 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 and I was like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, no, seriously, I found a band called Will Roth and the Sound, and I was like, that was from like 5 years ago, like an old
Holy
website
shit.
she found that I had like forgotten about. And she was like, I love your voice, I've been listening to it all afternoon, and I was just wondering if you'd like to come audition in Dallas or whatever. I was like,
Hey, you know I'm in this
Yeah,
other band,
okay.
Moonlight
Why
Native.
not?
well, Moonlight Native wasn't even a thing yet.
Ah, okay.
And so I went to Dallas, auditioned, and they loved me, and then flew me out to LA for the final audition. Was there for about a week, and then that was the craziest thing ever was auditioning then, because I had a bladder infection as I'm auditioning.
Oh, no.
And I was like, and so yeah, I get the call at like, I don't know, it was like midnight on our last night there, and they were like, hey, so you're gonna be in the top 30. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, it was nuts.
That's
It was
crazy.
The craziest feeling, yeah.
So the whole experience, would you say, is a positive experience?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Learned a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, I learned a shit ton.
Okay, I've got time. Wants to know if we play RuneScape. I don't think any of us play RuneScape, but MMOs, Will's your guy. Elder Scrolls Online.
My woodcutting's pretty good on Elder Scrolls.
Woodcutting on Elder Scrolls is good.
Yeah.
Do you have an independent woodcutting, or is it like a general like woodworking level or anything like that?
Yeah, you can do woodworking. I'm not a crafter. I'm not much of a crafter. I buy from other people that craft.
Is RuneScape just its own thing, or is it based off of another world?
I think RuneScape is its own thing.
Okay. Have you had any experience with RuneScape at all?
No.
Okay.
I had experience with RuneScape. Didn't it used to be like a 2D, like, or has it changed? Is it still that?
It's like, I'm looking up images of it, and it looks 3D. It looks kind of dated. But,
yeah.
you know...
Tons of people still play RuneScape, but...
You tell us, I've got time, about RuneScape.
Tell us
anything you
RuneScape.
want about RuneScape. We'll be happy to interact with you on it.
And
But,
the entire chat block is flooded with this massive paragraph about RuneScape.
Yeah.
And here it comes.
You know what we should do? We should get a burner phone and then put out the number on here so that we can have our viewers
People call in and talk about it.
and talk
That'd be
about
RuneScape.
RuneScape.
You decide. Thank you for the follow. I think we're at 43 now, so we're headed towards 50. We're trucking upwards. What's gonna happen is starting next Monday, we're gonna be about 8 hours forward in terms of our podcast start time. And I know if you're watching from Sweden or Iran or France,
Le France?
where else? Germany.
Germany?
How do you say Germany in German?
Germany and German.
If you okay, then it's gonna be in the middle of the night. But that's what we're gonna do. For us, it'll be prime time. For the U.S., it'll be prime time. Not that that's all that matters, but you know, it's how it works. So, games. I am from Northwest Missouri originally. We moved to Texas when I was like 5 or 6, so I've essentially been in Fort Worth more or less my whole life. So yeah, I've got time. Thanks for coming by. The first game that you ever played,
Legend of Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda?
Very, very first one.
You played that with your dad, right?
Yep. What would happen is my dad actually at the time was unemployed. So I would go to... Yeah.
I like
Good to see
him.
you too.
You're like, I've got time.
Thanks, Will. What happened, I would go to school in the morning. Dad would stay home, and he would play. And then whatever he would find while he was waiting for calls back from, job searching, he would tell me when I got back from school, and then I would kind of pick up from there. So, there was me and Dad going back.
Controller
and
handoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. It's like I love The Legend of Zelda, and I love that game in particular because of that connection. And my dad turned 65 in May, and I got him Portal 2.
Yeah.
And it's happening all over.
You played Skyrim for a while too, right?
For a while.
Is he still playing Skyrim?
Usually, yeah. We got a Portal 2 partly because he liked the first Portal, and partly because it kind of gets him away from Skyrim for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's kind of starting over again because there's the foot.
There's the shoes. Yeah. I'm not wearing shoes today.
I have sandals. Crystal's youngest son, Ty.
Yeah.
He's been helping him go through the Portal stuff. So it's kind of happening all over again because neither of them have played that game.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what the co-ops could be like.
Remember the first game you ever played?
The first game? Oh, wow. God. That dates back to, like, Aladdin on Sega.
Okay.
No. Aladdin on the Super Nintendo is the better one.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't
Was
know.
it?
I was all
They're
about
not
that
the exact
Sega.
same thing?
No, they were not the same thing. They kind of played a little differently. The sound was much better on the Super Nintendo.
You collected apples and you threw them, right?
Yeah.
That was the thing in,
Yes.
in the Genesis one. I'm pretty sure that I had that game as well.
Yeah, so much fun.
Aladdin.
All right. Tang Tizzle.
Tank Tizzle, hello. How's it going? Nice to meet you. Yeah, I've got time as our first angry chatter.
I think we've had a few other
Really
angry chatters, but
he's exceptionally angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tank
Well,
Tizzle, it's good to have you.
He plays RuneScape.
He does play
So-
That's why he's so mad.
Yeah. He's like, why aren't these graphics better?
Thanks for going to tell me you played Dwarf Fortress.
The first game that I ever played was Super Mario Brothers on the NES, and that's not an exciting answer, but that was the first one.
It's exciting enough.
I was at a relative's house or something, and I remember playing it, and just like it was instant love. I was like 6, but this was everything I ever wanted out of life was in this game. And so my mom told my grandfather, she said, "Do not buy him an NES for Christmas. I will hate you forever if you do that." And my grandpa said, "Go fuck yourself. I'm buying him an NES for Christmas." So I got the NES for Christmas, and it's all. I mean, that's the end of it. It was Gamer after that.
That was that.
Gamer from 6.
For sure. I also was like super into Toy Story on Sega.
You played Disney Disney movie games.
Yeah.
What was the appeal of those to you?
They were so good. They were a lot of fun. I was like a tiny kid,
Yeah.
so like gaming was that to me, you know.
Tank Tizzle just started streaming for about a week and only hit like 600
Holy
followers.
shit.
Holy shit!
I only hit like 600-ish followers.
Welcome back, man. Yeah, Tang. We've been streaming for months now, and we're going for 50. So we appreciate your support.
Props, yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah.
But so Disney properties was a big deal to you when you were a kid. Were you just a Disney kid?
I was a huge Disney kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hated those fucking movies. Even as a
Did
kid.
you?
I did not
I loved them.
Aladdin I liked, The Lion King I liked. Any of the other ones though just like either bugged me or just something about them didn't ring true. So
I adored them. I hate Disney now from what it is. I mean, it's like it's become this like because it's Disney, they do all the CGI now,
Yeah.
right? I hate those things.
What was the last non-CGI animated film that Disney did that was like Disney proper?
It was Princess and the Frog, I think.
Was that the last one before
that's
they
the
went to...
last one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they made a big damn deal of like, we're not doing any computer-generated graphics, even though they've been doing CGI since Beauty and the Beast.
That's right, Tang Tizzle.
Disney love.
Yeah.
Disney classics?
So, yeah.
Oh, you mean like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Parent Trap? And
The pre-Lohan Parent Trap.
the pre-Lohan Parent Trap,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
shit!
on.
Shots fired.
No, I'm with you, No Name. I'm not a big Disney. No Name says Disney sucks. I'm not really a Disney fan. I think that at best they're bland, and at worst they're manipulative They're
very
emotionally
true, yeah.
emotionally
No,
manipulative.
Pixar is emotionally manipulative. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Oh yeah.
And which is why they made that one. What's their most recent movie? Like, I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember.
Tang Tizzle, thanks for the follow. We're going towards 50. We're rocketing this ship towards the sky. What were you saying, Chuck? Sorry.
What's Pixar's recent one?
He goes unfollowed.
Just kidding. God bless the lag in the chat room.
Yeah.
Too good.
That's awesome.
The Feelings one, Inside Out.
Yeah, Inside Out. Yeah.
Is that Pixar or is that Disney or are they one of the? Are they one and the same?
Are they the same person?
No, I thought Pixar broke away from Disney
They probably.
again.
Maybe they did.
Finally, because Disney bought Pixar from Steve Jobs, and then they made a bajillion movies, and now Pixar is so big that I think they finally broke away from Disney and they started doing their own thing.
But I think Disney is on its way to something darker. You know, they keep putting out these they did all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and those were rather dark films for Disney.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice was kind of dark too.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see Disney just say screw it and let's do kind of more of an adult Disney thing where it's like you got your kids' Pixar movies and then let's start showing some gore.
Yeah.
You know, like
the evil with Disney's The Evil Within.
Yeah.
Disney's The Evil Within.
Exactly.
Yeah, like an adult grown up Disney kind of thing. I mean, still those like fairy tales. Like, okay, here's what would get me to watch a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
Disney presents The Evil Within, directed by Guillermo del Toro. And now I'm there because now you can tell this like really dark fairy tale.
So basically, just Del Toro doing his thing, but just Disney's money.
Money into
throwing it at him.
I mean, I guess we've been watching Disney movies since the Avengers. Would you not consider
Disney
that?
was the Avengers.
Yeah.
I would consider those.
Is that grown up? Is that adult Disney or is that family Disney still?
That's about as adult Disney as you're gonna get because these are the movies that Disney like. And Disney is starting to crack down on like showing smoking in their movies now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you remember hearing about that like
Yeah.
what, about a year ago? This time last year when the first Avengers movie came out. And yeah, there's like, no, we can't do the smoking thing anymore. So
Disney didn't want to show characters smoking cigarettes?
No.
Tang
At
Tizzle.
all. Tang Tizzle. Bring it, son.
This conversation. Yeah. On your way.
Yeah.
Head in.
What I think is so great about, I'm almost gonna get into a Marvel versus DC thing. Right
Yeah.
now.
Which
And
is
that's-
what you do.
Yeah, which is they did exactly what I thought they were gonna do. Right. So you get Marvel, which to me the whole Marvel universe is a very colorful, flashy universe. Right.
Yeah.
Full of fantastical heroes that do all kinds of crazy things, and they're kind of, to me, Marvel's kind of goody.
Okay.
And it's always been to me, my opinion.
Yeah.
So
More family
their
oriented.
movies, their movies
bright and
reflect
colorful.
that.
Yeah.
Right? They definitely do. A lot of comedy is in there. And then you got DC, right? And you got that side of it.
Dark and brooding.
And it's
Batman.
it keeps
It's
just
Batman.
becoming it is Batman.
Yeah.
To me, like, DC is Batman and then everyone else centered around what he's doing.
Yeah. Kind of like how Texas views the rest of the United States. Texas, not Texas.
Yeah.
This is DC. Here's Batman, and then not Batman.
Yeah, it's true. So, and it all centers around that dark and gritty universe. And I've always been one to go into that dark. Because I'm just a dark guy.
Yeah.
But, like, I've always been
The
one to
emo
go
kid.
into there. Yeah.
No, I was that way too. Anything that seemed disturbing,
Mhm.
I would sort of gravitate to, like anything that's complicated, which is why and we had the Avengers conversation for Age of Ultron, which is why Ultron was so frustrating to me, was because they kept sort of skirting and coming near these really important things like, what do we do when we can't save everyone? Oh, Fury's here, we can.
Yeah.
Looks like our actions are causing destruction, that we're unaware of, that's affecting these little kids. Fuck it, they'll be fine. Kind of thing. And so that was very frustrating.
I still... Maybe they did it so that they could keep it, like, family simple, like kid simple.
Yeah, and I get that, but
I mean, if you're going to have a concept that big, you can't market it to little kids.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to talk about what happens if you have no choice but to let people die.
Yeah.
Don't forget to buy the toys.
Yeah. But that's what I respect about DC is they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They'll say, fuck it.
Then why have we not seen a rated R...
I feel like we will eventually. You know? I mean, because even in Man of Steel...
But Deadpool's going to be rated R.
Yeah.
Deadpool's
rated
Marvel.
R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but...
Which, to me, is like the exception when it comes to Marvel. Like...
But here's the thing, though. Dark Knight should have been rated R.
Yeah.
I don't know why it wasn't.
It's true, yeah.
Because it kept, like,
It
running into the glass ceiling.
It just,
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it was at the surface of that, that break.
Yeah.
The
but-
Matrix was rated R, but the only reason it was rated R is because they said goddamn one too many times.
Yeah. Well, like, even in Dark Knight, when he's got the knife in Gamble's mouth and he said, you know, he's doing how to get these scars.
Yeah.
And then he goes, nah, and then it
cuts
switches.
away. Yeah, that was really jarring.
And you're like, no!
There was more in that scene.
There was
I know
absolutely
they
more,
shot
yeah.
more
But
of
at the
that.
same
Absolutely.
time, there's that scene where you're like, you want to see me do a magic trick, and then he gets the pencil and then BAM!
Oh, yeah.
See, I think
Puts a pencil in the guy's brain.
I think one of those things probably was fine, so they kept the one that they had to make visual sense.
Wait.
But having both of those...
Well,
No, I'm saying that I think that they went through and
Quantity
as
or-
we're saying is
okay.
re-editing it to
Yeah.
keep it PG-13,
Okay.
and so they did the mouth thing. But here's another thing. This is in the same vein, but a slightly different topic. Why the fuck is Halo rated M? Why is it?
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It's a bunch of glowing lights shooting
It's-
at everything.
and a bunch of glowing blood.
Yeah.
It splats, blood around, but in this sort of cartoony way, and most of that's alien anyway.
Yeah.
And there's no language in it. It's not that dark. So, like, the Dark Knight was really dark.
Yeah.
And it dealt with a lot of shit, and it was disturbing and everything, but they still sold, there were Joker action figures and posters.
Exactly.
Oh, the Joker posters.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, it's like, to get back on the topic of DC had the balls to touch on those topics. I mean, you look at Man of Steel, and even though Man of Steel to me was, because like we all say, Superman is the goody-goody of the universe.
Yeah.
Even he, but of course, it took Kevin Costner, to say this to him. It took the Waterworld himself, and he
Right,
took the
postman!
Yeah. When Clark looks at him and says, what was I supposed to do, let him die? And then, he turns to him and he says, I don't know, maybe.
See,
that was just...
In the trailer, when they showed that in the trailer, I was like, oh,
yeah.
yes!
The trailer did it so much more justice than the actual movie.
I'm so excited for this, oh, that's such a great concept.
It
And then
is.
the movie just, doesn't really do a lot of shit.
Exactly.
And then he walks, does he...
Into a
He
tornado.
walks into a twister
Yeah.
to prove to Superman, to prove to Clark, you're not going to be able to save anyone, so I guess get used to it.
Yeah. It made that part made no
So
sense to me.
You saved the fucking dog, right?
Yeah, because if I was Superman and my father was standing in the middle of a tornado and he was like, don't, I'd go, fuck these
it,
people.
yeah.
I'm going to fly over to him and snatch him up, or
Yeah.
run over to him and snatch him up.
Grab him and fly away, and
Yeah.
then people aren't sure what they saw.
Exactly.
You're
Or
fast enough, you
whatever.
could probably
Yeah.
do both.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So
There's just a lot of holes.
let's roll to gaming again. What is your favorite genre? Not your favorite game, but if a game comes out in this genre or of this style, you're pretty invested. You're there already. So for me, it's the stealth genre. Any game that's a stealth game, Deus Ex, Metal Gear, Splinter Cell, those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in there.
Yeah. Love it.
I'm in for that.
You keep
I'll play
going.
even.
I've
I'll
got
play
it.
even the shitty ones. Let's try this shitty stealth game.
I can't think.
My favorite genre, it has to be adventure RPG. I just adore that feeling of I don't know. To example, Kingdom Hearts. When the original Kingdom Hearts came out, I remember turning it on, and I was a lot younger. When did that come out? When did Kingdom Hearts start?
Kingdom Hearts was on PS2.
Yeah.
So it was 04.
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. You were still living.
I was a
in
freshman in high
So
school.
maybe 02 or 04 or something.
I remember that. I was a freshman in high school.
I can look it up.
So, here I am, a 14-year-old boy.
Playing Kingdom Hearts
with many dreams,
like emo kids do.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So, and it did. It the emo kids really loved that game,
especially when they got into Kingdom Hearts 2. And
yes,
it's like, let's get this thing super dark.
Yeah, and so I'm sitting there and I turn it on, and first off, the soundtrack is fantastic.
Yes,
to Kingdom Hearts, it is really great. Utada Hikaru, she does the everything, and she's amazing. She's truly amazing. And
it was 2002.
It was 2002.
I was a sophomore in college.
2002. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just got
you.
dated.
Wait. You were a sophomore in college, and I was about to graduate high school.
Yeah, I was a year ahead. I did. So since we're meeting, since we're meeting each other today and we're talking about ourselves as much as games, I did 4th and 5th grade in the same year.
Okay.
I was homeschooled, so I went to private school. I went to public school for kindergarten, private school for the next 3 years, and then I homeschooled 4th and 5th grade in the same year, and I finished all the 4th grade stuff by Christmas. So we went ahead and did 5th grade, and I started 6th grade a year early. So actually, when I went to college, I was 17. Like, I was 17 my first semester in college.
I wish I were 17 my first semester at college.
Anyway, so that's
I guess it just didn't
why
apply myself enough.
But anyway.
So yeah.
So
I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and I remember when that opening, the start screen popped up, and it played this song. It's called, and I even
Simple
listened
and
to
Clean.
it. No. It played this song. I even listened to it yesterday. It's called "Dearly Beloved," and it's just a piano part.
Just this most heart-wrenching piano,
and it's beautiful. It is. It's so beautiful. And I was, and the start screen is just Sora, the main character, and he's just sitting there, and the shore is coming up, like the water, the tide is coming up, and
you could just sit there in the opening screen and fall asleep.
Absolutely,
beautiful.
And I did that a lot. I would turn the game on and then fall asleep.
I used to fall asleep to Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Actually, Mike, who used to be on the podcast, he was my roommate for a while. But before he was my roommate, he would come over and I was like, "Hey, you should play Final Fantasy X. I think you'd like it." Mm-hmm. And he started playing it, and he got super into it. But he would play it every night before I went to bed. And so it got to the point where I'd be like, "Hey, I gotta go to sleep. Would you play Final Fantasy X so that I can go to bed?"
Yeah.
Like, because it became so.
Oh, fantastic!
Platform, yeah, platform is definitely a genre. Tang Tizzle, Super Mario Brothers.
It's a little broad because you've got games like Super Mario Brothers where it's like start on the left side, go to the right, and jump on things along the way, and then you get a game like Braid.
Oh, Braid's a platformer.
Yeah. Braid is a platformer, but it's much more.
It's
of
also a puzzle platformer.
But then you got games like Jack and Daxter,
which
was a platformer, but it was just in a.
So, favorite platformer then?
Oh, Jack and
Tang
Daxter.
Tizzle, favorite platformer. Feel free to throw in Jack and Daxter. That's Naughty Dog, right? That's Naughty Dog before Uncharted and Last of Us.
And everyone keeps calling for like a new darker, grittier Jack and Daxter to come out now, because Naughty Dog is like on their game right now. And so if they were to release a Jack and Daxter, I think I would buy a PS4 for it.
I would say. Conkers Bad Fur Day?
That was mine. My favorite is Conkers Bad Fur Day. It's my favorite platformer.
They did like an online, right?
Conquer Live and Reloaded.
Yeah, they did a remake for Xbox.
Yeah.
And I love that one too. Conker's Bad Fur Day, the original 64 version, is going to be included in the Rare Replay.
Yep.
On Xbox One. So.
Which I have a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
Krothos.
Go for it.
Ooh. Isn't that Krothos?
Yep. Yeah.
You're supposed to be in my crew. We're supposed to be doing heists together.
I thought you were going to let me know when you were going to do it, because I got on and I was like, if I see you on, then I'll sit in. So I get off work, I check, you're not online.
Meanwhile, here's the one douchebag left on this team that doesn't have an Xbox One that's like, I wish I could find somebody for my crew.
Yeah. Well, it's like, because GTA online, I just saw a meme yesterday for it, and it fit it perfectly. It should be called Grand Theft Loading, because the whole game is loading screen.
Fucking loading screen. Yeah.
Oh, especially in the online, And so if you're trying to heist with people you don't know, it's near impossible, because you're sitting there with maybe two guys that you do know, and you're waiting for the third, or you're waiting for two more, or whatever, and somebody will join and then leave,
Ratchet and
And then-
Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, Tang Tizzle.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Ratchet and Clank is very
For
good.
sure.
Ratchet and Clank has like a Jack and Daxter kind of vibe to it.
It
oh
does.
yeah, it does.
But with the weapons, it,
Yeah.
it almost gives it a huger scale.
There's a dude.
Was Ratchet and Clank Rare?
No.
No. There's somebody else. Banjo-Kazooie was Rare.
Ratchet and
Banjo-Kazooie.
Clank is actually getting a movie.
Yeah, they're getting an
Yeah.
animated film.
Animated film.
Yeah, good. Ratchet and Clank, good call.
Jack and
That's
Daxter
good.
would make a much better
I
animated film.
agree, man. Jack and Daxter,
Really?
I'm all about Jack.
I mean, especially
J&D.
Daxter.
So but you're trying to heist.
Oh yeah, so I'm trying to heist, and I'm thinking, where the fuck is Steven? Like, because it just keeps going back to the loading screen every time that somebody like leaves. It'll like glitch
Yes,
and go back to the
yeah.
loading screen.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is happening? So it's almost you need a group of players to go
that
into
you know.
it.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
So
So
please
something-
play with me tonight.
Okay, so let me think.
Ooh.
It's my girlfriend and I's anniversary today.
I have a Rangers game tonight.
So what was today? Huh?
I'm
Okay,
gonna be out of
whatever.
town. I'm gonna be out of town Wednesday through Sunday because we're in Montana.
Oh wow.
So we can either try and do it tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Get some heisting tomorrow night after we get off work. So like right around 10:30 or 11.
I've got Fud District karaoke.
Okay. Then
Which, by the way, you should come.
to Fud District karaoke.
Yeah.
Really?
Tomorrow?
7th Street.
Yeah, 7th Street. Great food and great fun. And you can sing like so many times because no
one's
one's
there.
there.
Yeah.
Game Guide to 92 for starters. Hey, glad you could join us. Secondly, Goat Simulator needs a movie.
We're going for 50
no.
followers. Going for 50 followers. So follow us.
Goat Simulator.
But Goat Simulator does need a movie. No, he's absolutely right.
Goat Simulator needs a trilogy.
Goat Simulator. I think that Goat Simulator. Oh, did you? The Minecraft is getting a movie. Minecraft is getting a movie. Do you know who's directing it?
Guillermo del
dude.
Toro.
No.
Christopher
dude,
Nolan.
No.
I just read this.
Yeah, it's-
Eli Roth.
You will not guess him. He has not directed a
No.
movie before.
It's dude, it's what's his name from
McGee?
from
You were
Always
close.
Sunny.
Mac
Mac
from It's
from
Always,
Always
Sunny.
Sunny.
Rob McElhenney
Yeah.
is directing the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, we're getting...
Tang, a Minnesotan strip club. Is it just moose? Are there a lot of moose in Minnesota? Am I thinking of
It's
Alaska?
fucking Alaska, you prick.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
In
So
Minnesota?
in the north, they have all the big
They have
animals
all
in
the
the
big
north.
animals.
They have all the big animals in the north.
Yeah,
Do you
moose.
say
Because we don't have any
mooses?
big animals down here in
Meese?
Texas.
Do you have
Yeah.
any meese up there
Meeses?
in Minnesota?
in Minnesota. Actually,
That's
I'm going to be in
Alaska.
it's Alaska, yeah. I'm going to be in Montana.
Ah, moose
Next
country.
week. Not in an Angry Cuddles capacity, but I don't know. I might do some marketing up there while I'm up there. Why not?
sure.
Yeah, you're always doing
I'm always doing marketing. But okay, so we're talking about Minecraft movie. Rob McElhenney. Goat Simulator does need a movie.
Needs 3.
And it needs someone at the helm who does comedy well. Not.
No, you need you don't need comedy with Goat Simulator. You need surrealism. That's what that is.
Who directed Fear and Loathing?
Oh fuck. Internet.
Whoever directed Fear and Loathing should direct the Goat Simulator trilogy. Game Guide 1092. Let me check. Make sure that it came through. Yes. Thank you for the follow.
Woo!
We are headed towards 50, and you're the best. We
we're
love
in-
you.
We're in Fort Worth, game guy.
We're in North Texas.
Yeah, and we are sweating our balls off, man.
Yeah,
it's
it
nuts.
It sucks here. And yeah, whoever directed Fear and Loathing, some surreal Goat Simulator film. That'd be good.
That'd be really cool.
No. I got it. Okay, yeah, northern Minnesota, because essentially you're in.
M. Night Shyamalan, game guy. to direct
M. Night
Goat Simulator.
Shyamalan presents Goat Simulator.
Oh my
I'd watch the
God.
shit out of that movie.
Probably would too.
David Lynch. David Lynch should
Lynch
direct.
would be a good.
David
Goat
Lynch should
Simulator
direct Goat
director.
Simulator.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Duran a couple of years ago had a they released their first album in like 20 years or something. Like it's been forever, and so they had a brand new. They had a big tour for it, and one of the tour stops was at the Aztec in L.A. and that was basically live streamed on YouTube. It was directed by David Lynch. So it started with this question and answer between David Lynch and the band, but the band was the only one speaking English. David Lynch was basically just like recording himself speaking gibberish and then playing it backwards. It was what it sounded like.
I love
and
it.
of course,
I think we have a shark.
The visually shark.
Shark!
Tank goes in the water. Shark's in the water.
We have a shark.
Our shark. Our shark!
Come on in.
Hey, shark.
We have a shark.
We have a shark! We have a shark.
We have a shark in the
It's a
mix.
brightly colored shark.
Sorry.
Hey, that's all right. You
good?
missed a very angry troll
Oh dear.
and
It was very,
cool.
very
some
He was really mad for some
some
reason.
very touching stories of our childhood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've gotten to know them. We were talking about a goat simulator film, the prospect. Telltale is doing the Telltale games. It is Tales
Game
from the
of
Borderlands,
Thrones,
Game of Thrones, the Wolf
Walking
Among
Dead.
Us,
Oh,
Walking
yeah.
Dead
Walking
games.
fucking
They're
dead.
doing a Minecraft game called Minecraft Story Mode,
Oh god.
and
Oh shit!
Patton Oswalt plays the main character.
We have the
Wow.
answer to your question, by the way. The same guy that directed Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas also directed Brazil.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great. No, it's definitely like
Terry
it's,
and 12 Monkeys.
Game
We also
Guy,
did
Game
12
Guy says
Monkeys.
that it's 108 where he is in South Texas, and we're
Player 4
approaching
has
we're
entered
approaching
the
the
game.
hundo here,
Yeah.
but that's
We're at
It's
101.
already been 100 degrees
Yeah.
a couple of times.
a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And my ass is working at a boatyard on a lake.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
Well, there's got to be times where you can just fall in, right?
oh yeah, there are times where you can just fall in, but the thing is, the water will get so warm after a while that
It just
it
feels like
won't
bad.
matter
Yeah.
anyway.
so if you guys want to talk about what you do in life, you're welcome to. And anything as we get to know each other, like I told them, if there's something you don't want to talk about, you just say pass or whatever. If you don't want to reveal information about yourself online or to strangers. Chuck has said he works at a boatyard.
Yep.
You work with my brother, actually,
Mhm.
and you do
I'm the-
restoration and repair, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm the detail
for
guy, essentially.
boats. I went on my brother's boat once, and was still learning how to sail, but I learned things about physics. So, as the wind, if you try to fight the wind, your boat will, turn or tip, as I call it. And it was at the point where it's a small sailboat. It's a small sailboat. It's, 10 feet, 10, 15 feet, something like that. It's kind of small. But we were tilted so much that my feet were like tapping on the water as the boat was at like a 45 or something degree angle as the wind was pushing it. So we're, learning how to sail as this goes. But he says, I think physics won't allow this boat to be blown over. I think physics won't allow that. So I looked it up, and it's true. Boats like that, and there's a term for that kind of boat, that kind of sailboat. Whatever it is that's underneath runs along the bottom of the boat. If the wind is pushing it as far over as it will go, which was where we were, you would then have to be hit by a wave that is taller than the width of the boat for it to be knocked over. In a lake, that's not really going to happen. In the ocean, it might.
Yeah.
In a lake, in a controlled water environment. But anyway, I learned some physics. If you're sailing in a lake, wind alone will not tip you over.
Right.
It's just not
But
going to happen.
You got to watch out for those rogue waves.
Yes, yeah.
We're straight into
You
it.
got to go straight into the rogue
And
wave.
watch the radar, because it'll be more than happy to tell you what direction
It's
they're coming
true.
from.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've gotten to know Chuck a little bit. We've got to know Will a little bit. Let's get to know Shark a little bit. Shark, how's it going?
Your turn,
Okay,
Sharks.
Not too bad.
Where are you from?
I have lived in a lot of different places in Texas.
Yeah?
Yes.
All Texas E.
Yes.
Cool. What did you do prior to the webcomic?
Prior to the webcomic, I was in the Air Force for 10 years.
For
Wow.
10 years? That's so cool.
Yeah.
What'd you do? What was your job?
My first job was in Intel, and my second one was instructing new recruits that were coming into Intel.
That's awesome. What made you want to join?
I didn't want to work in food service.
Is this post high school?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go
joined
straight from
literally-
high school?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Nice.
It ended up that a lot of my friends and family ended up in the military. but it was always a surprise. Like Mike and Glenn, when we lived in Denton, and when Chuck and I were going to UNT, they like came home one day and you're just like, yeah, so fuck it, join the Navy. Okay, when do you leave? I don't know, a couple months. And Glenn was like, I don't know, next week or something. It was crazy.
What?
And so, but it ended up like all of our friends, and my brother is in the Air Force Reserves.
Jason, who's been
Jason's
on the
in
show
the Air National
occasionally.
Guard. Yeah, Jason's been on the show a few times. Did you enjoy your time in the military? In your socialist paradise? Was it?
Socialist paradise. Some of it was great, and some of it was
Less than great.
Yeah, I've had.
It's just like any other
I've
job.
had worse things. I'm sure your worst job has not mandated that you watch someone pee in a cup, so.
Well.
No, but I've had to watch C-SPAN and
I might as well be peeing in a
city
cup.
council debates. So for my job, so my real job is I do closed captioning. I'm not going to tell you the company that I do it for, but I do closed captioning for live television. So city councils, C-SPAN, Bloomberg. I was the G4 guy for a
Old Men
while.
Arguing Network.
Yes, yeah.
My grandmother loved to watch that.
C-SPAN.
Yes.
Old white guys arguing. There's nothing better about 50 to 70-year-old white guys deciding what's best for everybody.
Wait, you were talking about C-SPAN, right?
Yeah.
Not Fox News?
C-SPAN, okay, C-SPAN and Fox News, sometimes indistinguishable.
Right.
Sometimes indistinguishable, but typically C-SPAN is a bunch of old farts arguing.
Which is what Fox News turns into most of the time, too.
Well, Fox News has super hot Megyn Kelly.
Hey, she's got like 3 kids now, man.
She still looks great.
I know, but still. I know. Who's that one Aaron chick on CNN?
I don't watch TV
Get
these
there.
days, so
Holy shit,
I have no idea.
Chuck, if you remember, what was the first video game you ever played?
The first video game. Well, I remember back in the day whenever there used to be the Space Invaders or whatever at
Yeah.
the Dairy Queen, and
Mm-hmm.
we never had any money, but
Yeah.
we'd sit there and play with the joystick and
Yep.
poke the buttons,
Ah,
and that was always awesome.
there was at the Dairy Queen in Missouri, there was a Pac-Man machine. No, it wasn't there. It was at the Polly Eyes, which was an Italian restaurant, and they had like a Pac-Man machine in the corner, and it was one of those like table Pac-Mans, like you sit at it like a table,
Yeah, that's what it
like
was.
across from each other. Yeah, that was good.
See, we had a Nickel Mania, and
Was that like put in the nickels and you make them fall or something?
no, like it was a whole place called Nickel Mania where every game was a nickel, and it was like a whole arcade, and we'd play the Avengers game.
Oh my god!
Yeah, where it was Captain America,
Iron Man.
Man,
Division and Hawkeye.
Division, and Hawkeye. Yeah, those were your
my
4
God.
choices.
Holy shit.
Was that the one on the NES that they put on NES?
No, they ported it to the Super Nintendo and
Yeah.
Sega.
Oh,
But we had the original one, and we would play that shit.
Huh.
I am also, hi, I'm just not sure. Dude, I'm just not sure about a Will Smith-less ID4.
I'm just not sure. Yeah, he's not.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what they're calling it. The next Independence Day, Revolutions. No, I can't remember. But yeah, I can stomach a Will Smithless ID4 2.
Will Smithless.
ID4
I like
2,
that.
ID8,
Because-
ID16, ID16, ID4 to the power of 2.
Because we have Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum. Because we have Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Jeff
And
Goldblum's
so-
back.
Bill Bellflower?
Yeah,
But not
Okay.
Will Smith?
Not Will Smith. Will Smith's doing Suicide Squad and also the Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover.
What?
Oh,
What?
yeah, they are doing a crossover.
Yeah.
What?
They're
Yeah.
crossing over Men in Black and 21 Jump Street.
Which just seems like just...
You know what?
They were sitting there
Which
smoking
is
and
why
they're
I'm
like,
excited,
dude...
because
order
why the fuck
out.
not?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not?
I'm done.
Channing Tatum's on my alright list. He's funny.
And guys, be sure to follow us. We're going for 50. We're going for 50 today, and we're
Favorite
on our way.
Jurassic
We're at like
Park
50
movie?
or 44 or 45 or something like that. So,
First one.
favorite Jurassic Park movie.
Easy.
See, I think it's the first one, and I hate that it's the first one. Not
I have fond memories of it. My brother nearly jumping out of the seat and into the guy's seat behind us at a military theater. Whenever the T-Rex came out, he was
I did really enjoy The Lost World. Thanks, Tang. I really hope that if we get 600 a week, I'm gonna be just absolutely fucking ecstatic because I've been streaming for. Well, the podcast have only been doing 10 episodes. We've only done 10 weeks of the podcast in 2.5 months, but I've been learning the stream process for 2 or 3 months now.
And of course, as more people on our show start
that.
streaming on their own individual
It's been
channels,
like 6 months.
The Angry Couple, Sam
Worthington.
Worthington. Oh, Avatar.
If you guys want to go back a couple of episodes, we ripped apart Jurassic World. Like, we destroyed the shit out of that
That was
film.
like, what, 2-3 weeks
2
ago?
or 3 weeks ago, yeah.
Did you see the video of Jurassic World, but everyone in high heels?
High heels? Oh, it was the full Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like, from the get-go, and they put everyone in high heels.
Everyone
That
in
was
high
great.
heels.
Even, like, the T-Rex had, like, high heels. It was awesome. Okay, so we did. What is your favorite game genre? And then we're going to get to you guys' favorite games, which I haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, wow.
Do you have it like if you're going to play a game, like something that you automatically go to? So like I was Stealth. Chuck, I don't even think we got an answer from.
I couldn't get one. Because I could tell you...
Will started to talk about... are you an RPG guy then?
I'm a huge RPG guy.
Okay.
In fact, I really only play RPGs. There's like the rare occasion that I jump into like a first-person shooter.
Sounds like you already have, Tang Tizzle. Welcome to the team.
Yes, I heard Pixels has sucked as well. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I may go see it, but I'm not gonna pay money to see it. Anyway. So,
I don't have
genres.
a favorite genre. I mean, I could tell you which ones I don't play.
You don't play first-person shooters.
I don't play first-person shooters often. I mean, I can still find exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play sports games, but I distinctly remember really getting into...
You're a music genre guy.
I'm a music genre guy,
That is
definitely.
like, yeah, Rocksmith, Rock Band, Guitar Hero. That's your.
That's
your
my
wheelhouse.
thing, because I really love the shit out of music in general. Like, you get me talking about video games in general, I'll be like, yeah, this is pretty cool, and you start getting me talking about video game music.
Yeah.
Like, did you see how I
yeah.
responded when you guys started talking about Kingdom Hearts?
Well, what about this?
Okay.
Obviously, you played Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah. Okay, what about that
yes.
scene where you first get into Mexico?
Oh my god!
And
The
then
music's
all of a
really
sudden,
good.
far away from Jose Gonzalez starts playing.
I want to. You need to record that on guitar. You need to learn to play it on guitar,
Yeah.
and then I want to play. I want to sing that shit.
Yeah,
I want to sing that shit karaoke one night.
absolutely. I mean, dude, that song, that scene, that whole scene where you're, because it's a really long ride into Mexico.
Yeah,
And
and
it plays the whole song. And if you were lucky enough to do that whole ride without the song being interrupted by wolf attack.
but no. It's, when I played it the
Yeah.
very first time, it was interrupted by me getting off my horse to pick a flower
Oh, why did you do that?
because I thought it would just keep playing.
No, dude, you have to just keep riding. And I rode slow the whole way, and it was just like...
You have to ride slow to that
Never run
song
away,
because the
train.
song is just.
It's so
Look,
good.
also, I think what it is, the song stretches out beyond its original.
Yeah.
Like they got a little bit more added on to the back end. It gives you just enough time to take
Yeah.
the direct route from where you start on the shore all the way up to the first town you're supposed
Yeah,
to be.
because
in.
right when you roll into town, it
starts
fades
to fade out.
Yeah, it's so good.
Challenge Adam Sandler in Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I would like to be in a room with Adam Sandler, and it's not because I don't like him. It's because I want to know why. I want to know what. No, I think that something happened in his life, and I think it was somewhere before Funny People, the movie, because he made really funny Saturday Night Live-ish kind of films, and then started to mentally shit all over himself in every film that he was in until Funny People. And then Funny People was him and Seth Rogen, and it was a sort of third-person kind of examination of sort of what's his sort of comedic arc and the old comedy and the new comedy and how they interact. And then that film went off the rails. But
I really liked Punch Drunk Love.
yeah.
And I love Spanglish. And that's not a fucking joke,
I think
Chuck.
you brought that up last time, actually.
I love Spanglish. I think he was great in it.
Adam Sandler thoughts?
I can't actually watch romantic comedies of any sort.
Really?
They
rom-coms.
make my anxiety go up, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh,
they
because
got
the
into-
misunderstandings and stuff?
Yes.
It's
The kind of misunderstandings
my
that we
my
get normal
character
people,
empathy goes up so high. I literally I have to. I hide. I flee from the room and I hide. I cannot actually watch them.
Okay, just so you know, I'm just not sure. Adam and me, the first thought that popped in my head was Mac and me.
Yeah.
No name wants to know, Chuck. Have you ever played Osu?
Os Tatakai Oendan. And no, I have not, but I kind of want to, because another one of the games I really got into, right when I started college, I got really big into DDR. Like, I love the shit out of Dance Dance Revolution.
It's
I
It
is-
love DDR back
I love
in the
DDR
day.
so much.
So, Chuck, I'm trying to get to your genre. Is there a specific type of game that you gravitate to normally, or one that comes out and you're like, okay, I'm going to be down for that almost no matter what?
Well, I originally started off really liking DDR, and then I had to quit playing because obviously you're stomping, so it's really hard on your knees.
Were you like an arcade player or an at-home player?
I was both.
Okay.
I was
Wow.
both.
Oh, you had the
I loved
pad?
Both. Yeah, I had the pad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ah!
I didn't
Only the
have the
coolest
metal
kids.
pad. I had the foam pad, but I do
Yeah.
have a friend who had the metal pad.
Only the
We had a
coolest
friend
kids
with
had
a
the
metal
pads.
pad too, and he could
Do I
afford
know
it.
this guy?
It is Detweiler.
Oh, of course. The dude can afford everything.
So you did the arcade DDR and at-home DDR.
Yes. From there, I do like RPGs. I have this unfortunate thing of being easily distracted, though. So I'll be playing the game, and then I'll be like, "Oh, look, that's shiny over there. Let's
Yeah.
do the thing."
You need to
yeah.
stay away from the Tales series then. Tales of Vesperia in particular, because that thing requires your full and undivided attention from the moment you pick up the controller to the moment you put it down for the session.
Yeah, it's either it's that or I do
Holy shit.
button mashers or casual games.
Tang
Okay.
Tizzle, you had two pads. If you had two metal pads, and if so,
Oh,
even if you had
chaos,
two
no.
metal pads, did you ever do the doubles? Like, I loved doing the doubles.
That scene in Scott Pilgrim,
Oh, yeah.
it
Where
was
they
really
do their
good.
roll
Where they
over.
like roll over each other and shit,
Yeah.
like that DDR. That stuff was good.
Well, it just reminds me of Grandma's Boy. When he
what
was
does
challenged.
what does high score mean? Did
Yeah.
I break it?
And he's like doing the DDR, and he's like doing his feet, and he like goes, and he like spins around. It's so fantastic.
Are we gonna play Twister?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we can.
I mean,
We can do a Twister.
We should do a Twister episode.
We
Strip
have
Twister.
So we have,
Strip
like-
Twister.
we have like the short petite girl. We have like the long lanky dude. We have like the robust guy, and then
Well, it's like a game of Final Fight.
It is.
She's the one that doesn't hit very hard, but she moves really fast.
Tang
And then
Tizzle
I'm
is
the
hell yeah, I did.
There's
Yeah.
the slow one that hits really hard, but can't move around too much.
we look like the intro screen to Super Mario Brothers 2.
I'm Mario.
I was gonna have you as Toad.
What?
Or actually, no.
Oh!
Actually, she would be Toad. You would be
He's
Luigi.
Luigi.
You would be
I'm
Mario. I guess
You're
I would be
Toad.
Princess.
Dude, that's great.
Because she's the little.
Okay, yeah, you would be the princess.
I would be Princess.
You would
then.
totally be the princess.
That's totally fine.
That's
I'll
awesome.
Princess it
Oh
up.
my god.
Actually, funny enough, I just saw that the original Mario Kart.
Yeah.
There's an actual speed arc to each car, and they like mapped it out, like which one's the fastest car.
That no longer applies
Oh,
because as of Mario Kart
was
for the
my
original Mario
favorite
Kart.
back
You did-
on Super NES.
Yeah.
Did you follow through with the other consoles, or was it just the Super NES was like the Because
Oh,
I didn't
no,
really.
and I
We
kinda
did
wish
Super
I
Mario
had.
Kart on NES or
I
Super
didn't,
NES.
I didn't follow through with on the consoles because I just didn't have access to them.
Thank you, Game Guy.
Yeah, we made the bald guy the mushroom.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm checking out again.
Real quick, I'm just not sure. Did any of you guys ever meet Lars Ulrich? I guess we'll throw that to Will.
Did you meet Lars? You're the only one who's been in the
Like,
position to
met
meet anybody.
real
The homeboy has
shit,
met
maybe.
Josh Groban and Ludacris. So yeah, ask him.
But jumping back to Super Mario Kart, did you play with like siblings or something? Was that
I played with siblings, or I would play by myself sometimes.
Who were you?
Who did I usually play? I don't remember who I would usually.
I think it was
play.
Yoshi.
I was-
whenever I could.
Always Wario.
Really?
Always. Because I just loved it to be like, wah, 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 wah. Every 2 seconds. It was great.
Super Meat Boy.
Oh,
yeah,
Super
the
Meat Boy.
Super
Did
Meat
you guys
Boy.
see?
Platformer,
Did you guys see
actually.
the documentary of Super Meat Boy?
Wait,
I
the Super
thought-
Meat Boy documentary, or are
Yeah.
you talking like
I-
Indie Game? The movie?
Indie Game, the movie, but
Oh,
it was
I-
basically
I
almost
fucking
all
wept.
about Super Meat Boy.
Jump in,
It's fantastic.
I to my knowledge, I thought Super Meat Boy was to make fun of PETA.
Was it?
Well.
Was that the point of that game?
No,
I don't
Their
remember
point of
them
that game may
saying
have
This is-
completely washed over me.
much about that.
The guy that
be
did
great, it makes
Super Meat
sense.
Boy also did The Binding of Isaac, and that's just like his aesthetic. That's his style. like you just, ugh, you know. You can kind of get that. I don't really want to touch it because you got Super Meat Boy, and then you have his girlfriend, Bandage Girl, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you put the two of them together, and like, oh, it's so cute.
The prettiest of ways.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's move towards favorite games of all time.
Well, it's also chatters out there and viewers. We are, just to reiterate, moving time slots next Monday.
Yeah. Next Monday, we're gonna wind this down. Earth Defense Force 2017. I hope that you're not kidding, guy.
Wait. Burger King. Period.
Carl's Jr. or Burger King. I hate Burger King. All of their burgers are burned, and I understand it's wood fired, but they're all burned.
Yes,
it's burned burgers.
3 words, my friend. Popcorn chicken strips.
Those are good.
Popcorn chicken fries.
Chicken fries are good too.
Chicken fries are good.
That's true.
EDF 2017. Are we seriously suggesting that the planet Earth is going to be attacked by bugs in 2 years?
Giant ants. Yeah.
Like, so this place is going to turn into fucking Starship Troopers.
Yeah. Which is the greatest movie on the planet.
I'm just saying, we already have giant ants here in Texas, and we're doing just fine.
Oh, believe me, I know. Check out my ankles. Yeah.
I saw a.
Oh, we have to do our feet.
Oh,
thing.
the feet thing. Yeah, someone did mention our shoes earlier, and
Guys.
we're pretty much barefoot, except Shark, who's actually got shoes on.
Yeah.
Well done, Angry Cuddles /
Shark.
Foot Fetish channel.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll favorite games of all time, and then we're gonna wind down, and then we're gonna explain to you guys our time slot shift and stuff like that. So
Skip, I gotta think.
You gotta think.
Kingdom Hearts series and Pokemon.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts and Pokemon. Yeah.
Which
Will
Pokemon?
Dave is
Kingdom
Pokemon
Hearts talk.
explanation
Which Pokemon?
Oh god. The last one I was playing was Soul Silver.
Ooh.
So I really liked that. I really need to
Kind of a
get
throwback.
my. I need to find my Game Boy and start playing.
I had a
again.
dream last night that I was contemplating the purchase of a 3DS.
Dude, I was too, actually.
That was like my dream last night. I was like, should I buy that?
You know what? In between my
Yeah.
desire to play Fire Emblem Awakening and my desire to play Fire Emblem Awakening,
Fire Emblem.
fucking
Yes.
Fire Emblem. I love
Yes.
Fire Emblem, man.
Was anybody
do
a
you
Golden
have
Sun person? Anybody?
I played the first Golden Sun
Yes.
a little bit. Do you have a Pokemon like soul animal, like one that you see as yourself?
Hariyama.
Well, I have done. I do really love Pikachu. I mean, as much as he's a standard character, and I do have the habit of being able to do the Pikachu noise.
Nice. You should do that right now, then.
Hariyama.
Wait.
Hands down. I am.
Wait.
Oh no, go ahead. It gives me a chance to drink a little bit more.
Okay, you
and
can
be
prep
like,
for
okay.
it.
I'm going to throw a Pokeball and say, go Pikachu, go. And then you're going to do the noise. Ready? Go, Pikachu, go!
Oh,
That was spot on.
That's fucking amazing. Last week she did a spot on Harley, and then she nails the Pikachu. That's great.
I'm glad I'm not the only person around here that does voices. Cause
Oh man, my voice was so tired last night.
dude,
Every
you were not the
single-
one that did fucking
Oh my God.
Mike Patton in Epic.
No,
Alright?
no, but you nailed it though. You nailed it.
Yeah, and I walked out and I sound like I've been smoking 4 packs in an
At
hour.
least you nailed your song. The most nerve-wracking one for me was when Yuri wanted to harmonize with me, and I was like, oh shit, fuck.
Yeah, which one was that?
In Too Deep,
In
Sum
Too
41.
Deep, yeah. You guys were called
Minus 14.
Minus 14.
Instead of Sum 41. Okay, favorite games of all time. The Kingdom Hearts series, Pokemon.
7 minutes.
Star Wars Jedi Academy.
7
Really?
Absolutely, of all
time,
time.
Star Wars Jedi Academy.
Is
that
that
was
the
a year.
Connects game?
No,
No, that's Star Wars
It was,
This was on Xbox. It was on PC.
you
and
may
then-
as well be that connected.
Yeah.
I'm Han Solo.
Yeah.
I'm Han Solo.
And
Hey, I love that game.
Did you play it?
No, I have it at home.
I need to find my
cool.
Kinect.
It's kind of the only reason I have an Xbox.
That's awesome.
That's epic.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars Connect has made an appearance on the Angry Cuddles channel for the
Holy
first time.
shit.
That's crazy.
but it's not my favorite game, Star Wars Connect. All right.
No, it's Jedi Academy.
All right,
Jedi
that means Shark. I'm sending you the JonTron video where he tears that game apart, just so you know.
It's pretty
Ooh.
glitchy, isn't it?
It is kind of awful sometimes.
But
I mostly do it just so I can dance.
yeah,
Because it's my lower impact alternative to DDR.
yeah.
Yeah. Full body.
I'm surprised that we haven't
too.
done like a Dance Central thing. What with the music gaming? I mean, I'd be shit at it. So what about Jedi Academy? Really grabbed you?
I just read. Yeah, I'm not just. Can you do a Dennis Hopper?
Dennis Hopper.
What he would have said in a BK drive-through.
I can't do.
I
Dennis
just
Hopper.
see him as the smoker in Waterworld.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just seeing what he would say.
I'll have
Yeah.
the BK broiler, please.
I'm
Right.
trying to think of like a King Koopa.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah.
I was thinking of.
Was it the combat? Was it the?
Oh, it was definitely definitely
just
the combat.
lightsabering was
yeah,
like.
well, it's because that was like the first game I was. I remember I was 16 and I played it for an entire year, and I had a core group of guys that we played with, and we had a guild. We had like a guild website. We were super into it, and no one could beat us. All the other people in that game, we were number one, and like no one could stop. Like I was number one in the world in that game because I could not be stopped. I'm serious.
Awesome.
Could not be stopped.
Right.
It was the greatest game ever.
Chuck, favorite game of all time. Not the best game of all time. Not the one you think is the best, but your favorite one.
Earthbound.
Earthbound.
I just
Good.
I play it right there in Christmas every year. I try to.
Yep.
You know, just
I
feel like I'm 13.
It's tough for me. I think that there are a couple games that are just absolute masterpieces, like Killer 7
Killer 7's good.
is just a piece of art. I guess it's gonna be Metal Gear Solid.
Which?
I think the Twin Snakes, but
Okay.
between that and the PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid,
But you loved Sons of Liberty.
I did. I love that whole series.
Yeah.
But
I adored Sons of Liberty.
here's me playing Sons of Liberty. Okay.
Yeah.
Raiden. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay. Crash. Final boss battle. Snake comes out. He's like, Raiden, we've attached the blah blah blah. Grr, grr, Metal Gear. And
Yeah.
then, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Back to playing as Snake. Credits.
Yep.
This is me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love that game. That was the first video game that ever made me cry. And it was the scene where, actually, that's funny that I just was talking about crying. Earthbound is a Japanese fever dream, says Game Guy.
Totally.
I'm just not sure. Did you guys cry during a movie and didn't tell anyone? So yeah, so in a game, I was playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and Emma dies, Hal's sister that he's been looking for this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They finally find her. Vamp kills her. Woman in the fridge.
Spoilers.
Trope. They go to her parrot that's been in that cage, and it starts repeating stuff that Emma said. So it's going,
Hal, I love you. I love you. Hal, I love you. I miss you.
And
he breaks down,
the
and he starts
fuck
like
down.
slamming his fist into the wall and stuff. And I'm like streaming tears, like, what the fuck's going on?
I thought you meant he started slamming his fist into the parrot.
In the parrot, parrot punching.
He almost did.
But like,
and what's worse is that before he gets to that point, he's walking. He's doing the slow mo walk with Raiden and Snake, and it's like, okay, guys, we've got it all figured out. I need to move on. I need to be strong, and then just slow motion walk, and then they all three break off to go to their separate locations to do the job, and then as soon as he gets away, that fucking parrot starts talking again, and he
breaks
just
down.
loses his shit. I'm like, oh man.
So I think Metal Gear Solid is my favorite game. We're gonna wind down, but any movies that you guys cried and didn't tell anybody? Too Sad, Too Serious was mine. The most recent Fast and Furious movie, Furious 8.
Yeah.
I call it Too Sad, Too Serious.
Too
But
Sad,
like,
Too Serious.
it gets to the end, and they do their little Paul Walker thing, and I was watching it with Jonathan, Jukebox Jonathan, who does the Jurassic World stream with me. We went to go see it, and I was like, man, this is touching. Don't cry. Must be macho. And then like I turn over like, Jonathan, it's so sad.
Well, see, I cried in there's this movie that
Sauce Boss, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Sauce Boss.
You're a little late. We're about to end. We're actually 15 minutes overtime. But
Yeah, it's true. But it was
No, go ahead. Sorry.
it was The Descendants with George Clooney. Did you guys ever see that?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It takes place in Hawaii. His wife is in a coma because she was cheating on him when her boat flipped and put her in a coma. and he knows that she was cheating on him. So he's like battling these things of like feeling anger towards her, but knowing that she's dying, and like he has to like still love her, but like be so upset at her. And there's a scene where he's leaning over her, and they're about to pull the plug on her, and he's saying goodbye to her. Oh my god! And I was literally just sitting there like, and I look over at my brother, and my brother's like, and I just go, "You don't have a fucking soul, man.
You piece of shit."
Yeah, it was great, but yeah.
We talked about crying at the beginning of Last of Us. And I showed that to Brandy because she cries at the watching the fucking legal shows, like anything on TV. Well, we watched End of
Judge
Watch.
Joe Brown.
We watched End of Watch, and like Judge Judy, she'll cry at. And so we watched like End of Watch, and she's like like bawling at the end of End of Watch.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
so good.
I mean, it's a good movie, and it's certainly emotional. But I was like, man, that's really sad. And she's so I'm like, you want to cry? Let's watch the beginning of The Last of Us. And. So they start doing the thing, and the kid, and you did it really well. Like, no, baby girl, stay with me.
Oh,
and
yes.
Come on, baby girl.
And I'm like, I'm over there.
Awful.
Come on, stay with me. Stay with me, baby girl.
Okay, and I look over, and she's like, yeah, it's sad. No, you fucking monster.
Yeah, you're a monster.
You're a horrible person.
It's so
I
sad.
remember sitting there, like, as soon as that scene ended, and then the opening credits rolled, I was just like, I didn't even realize the opening credits were rolling, and then all of a sudden I heard Joel start talking, and it's like, oh shit, why is he so old? Oh no.
Yeah.
Time skip.
So, we ran a little over long, partly because I wanted to get you guys to be able to meet Shark, because I normally send out, actually, even to, like, reminders, like, in the morning even, and I failed to do that this morning, so I, did not hold up my end of the bargain.
You're our boss. How
I had
dare
some
you?
family drama that had me up at 1 o'clock, so...
I'm sorry.
And that's Gary from karaoke.
What's up?
Glenn 91, what's up?
No, Gillette. Gillette.
Gillette.
Gary, what up, brother?
The movie Big Fish.
Dude, actually, Big Fish was pretty...
Big Fish was sad.
Big Fish hurt. Because, the funeral scene, everybody's all, like, super duper sad to see him get put into the lake. But then, as soon as he gets put into the lake, his son turns around and looks at all these people who have shown up, and not a single sad face is amongst anybody in the crowd. And I'm sitting here like, I wish my fucking funeral were like that.
The weird things that I've cried at? Like... I'll watch End of Watch, and, like, it's a cop, and, like, you really like him, and they, like, fucking dies and everything. And I'm like, man, that was a bummer. But then, the end of Halo 4, where, like, Cortana's saying goodbye to Chief, and I'm like, I'm losing my shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
Well,
Red vs. Blue, Season 8, where Church is looking for Tex, and he finally finds her, like, in a memory, like, in one of his own memories, and he's coming to grips with the fact that he's actually going to have to, like, let her go. He's like, I realize that the more that I search for you, the longer the shit goes on. If I stop, like, the last line of that season is, like, if you love something, the harder you try to hold on to it, the more that it'll slip away. Sometimes if you just stop and wait, it'll come to you, or something like that. And I've just, like, lost it. I'm crying.
Mm-hmm.
Emotion at the end of Independence Day. Okay, dude, Bill Pullman. Speech. Come on.
Yeah, because who was
like?
that?
I was that dude at the very end. Who says,
it?
"Today we celebrate our Independence Day." I was that pilot who stood there, like,
yeah,
that was me.
It's the line where he's like, "We will not go quietly into the night,"
which they used in Interstellar again, and I was like, "Oh man."
Well, that was beautiful when Michael Caine was reciting that.
Oh,
in Interstellar.
Have you heard
That's
the sound?
a different thing.
It's a totally different thing.
It's on the soundtrack too.
Is it?
Yeah, except instead of Michael Caine,
because he says "go and rage."
Everybody else but Michael Caine, like several members of the principal cast, read stanzas.
Roland Emmerich and Dean Devlin were the writer for Independence Day, and I think Roland Emmerich was also the director.
Okay.
Is it Roland?
Because that speech was fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean it was fantastic.
Yeah,
but...
and if you guys, Randy Quaid, yeah,
I'm back. Because he's going straight up into the alien's butthole,
right?
Yep.
Like they went into his
Independence Day level, Star Fox 64.
Katina.
Yeah, You know, it's the same thing. The big ship over the thing, it opens up, it shoots a laser down.
Except you don't have the crazy conspiracy theorist alien, alien abduction redneck flying into the big beam.
Do a barrel roll.
Exactly.
God damn it, Toad! You need to be the one that goes into that fucking blaster.
Okay, so here's where we go from here. Follow us. I don't think that we hit 50, but we came really close. So we appreciate it. Starting next Monday, our time is going to change. Instead of 12:30 in the afternoon Central U.S., we're going to stream at 9 p.m. Central U.S. starting next Monday, and I'll get with you guys about early and where we're going and stuff like that. But we're also going to start monthly giveaways. So we have some game figures. We have some prints, like, show you, from our webcomic that we can mail you guys. So, like, for example, here's our Back to the Future webcomic here, and we have a bunch of I know you guys probably can't read that, but the point is that we have a bunch of prints and a bunch of different comics and stuff that we will be mailing you guys and finding some way to keep y'all, entertained and reward you for being awesome. Share us with someone. That would be great. Angry Cuddles, all of our social media is up over there, up above Will's head and above Shark.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
If you have Facebook comments, anything like that. Also, if you guys want us to talk about something, Little Caesars in the mail.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll send you $5 hot and readies. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
no promises to what kind of quality they'll be when you get it, but yeah, we'll try and send you pizza via mail.
So, and as I put in the chat, if you have topics for next time, feel free to chime in. Something that you want us to talk about. Usually, it's Twitch, so it's usually game related, but media in some way. Check out the Angry Cuddles webcomic at angrycuddles.com. Follow Byronic Commando on Twitch. At Will Roth Music on Twitter.
Oh, also, I think I've got my Twitch attached to my YouTube now too. So Byronic Commando on YouTube.
You can watch the video. You can watch a rerun of this on YouTube on Wednesday. Also, the audio podcast of this is on Wednesday. MoonlightNative.com, also for Will. Shark. And, okay, coming back real quick. Why did you decide to do the Hedgie Hates webcomic? That was what I wanted to ask you about. I have my notes that I said.
Because I have a lot of webcomic friends, and I have my hedgehog, and we would always joke about her hating everything because she's a very surly pet. And finally just came up with the idea to do a comic for it.
And you have a hedgehog.
Yes, I do have an actual hedgehog. It is an actual albino hedgehog, and her name is H.C. Boo.
Nice.
I think I'm clever, and that stands for Here Catch Boo.
That's awesome.
I have the humor of a 5-year-old.
Hey, it's cute and it works. So
Me and my girlfriend actually just bought 2 baby chocobos.
Yeah, I saw that you had little chicks.
Yeah.
Are they for eating?
No, they're for laying eggs.
And then you eat the eggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not eating the chickens.
Oh, okay.
Not until they stop laying eggs.
Yeah, if they stop laying eggs.
You bought
then it's
chocobos?
Judgment Day for them. Huh?
You bought chocobos?
Yeah, little baby chocobos.
Choco.
They look like little chocobos. It's great. I pick them up and they just sit there and they look at me and I'm like, hello, little person. And they're like just these amazing little dinosaurs because their feet are little dinosaur feet.
You can find shoes at 2 a.m. at Walmart. I'm just not sure.
Okay, no, I'm serious. Next week, I'm going to bring up Walmart. Things you can buy at Walmart.
Okay.
Let's see. Clothing at Walmart. Okay, clothes. That's a good topic.
Yeah. Clothes.
Nerd clothes, game clothes. Actually, we had a thing a couple weeks ago about the Metal Gear clothing collection. And
something big is coming up. Yeah, it's a clothing line. Ooh.
Damn.
Otacon. I'm looking for a size large.
No, Snake.
You're awesome, Dave
Do you think shoes can bloom on a battlefield?
Shoes can bloom on a battlefield.
It never fails. If someone has a beard and long hair,
they're Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
And the voice of an angel.
Thank you.
And he plays guitar too, ladies.
I do. You can find all that at moonlightnative.com.
Yeah, feel free to send us messages in any way you want if you have topics that you want us to talk about. This begins Phase 3 of the Angry Cuddles podcast. Phase 1 was when we started. Phase 2 was the Nerd Hierarchy. Yeah. And now we have a set cast for Phase 3.
Phase 3 is the move.
So yeah, and this is the last time you'll see us here where we are. We'll be in a new studio, quote unquote, next time.
Yep.
And it'll be at 9 p.m. Central U.S. Translate that however you need to. We're going to talk, we'll put it up on Twitter, we'll put it up on Facebook and all that stuff as well. And thanks you guys for coming. This was pretty scattered, but I wanted to,
Thanks for having us.
We'll get through the scatteredness. And with chat, always makes things a little bit scattershot. But
I think once we get at the new location and we kind of get into what we're...
A feel
for what we're doing now. Because the topics are good.
Yeah.
And I know next week we're going to touch on Walmart. We're going to touch on clothing.
We're not going to touch on Walmart. We're just going to touch Walmart.
We're going to touch Walmart.
Inappropriately.
And I do want to talk about gore in video games.
Gore in video games? That's a good
I
one.
like it.
I want to talk about gore in video games.
Something you wanted to talk about?
No, but honestly, Will, I would really like to show you Rocksmith and kind of like do one episode stream with that somehow.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Shark, anything that you want to talk about? Anything burning in your brain?
Not right now. I definitely could go for the gore in video games.
Okay, so next week we're going to do Walmart clothes and gore in video games. And violence in video games. And Gillette, he has your tablet keyboard in his truck. That's good.
I appreciate that. Thanks for grabbing that before we moved.
Thanks, guys, all for joining us. My name is Steven.
I'm Chuck.
I'm sorry, I was reading
Will,
that.
is it Real Wath?
It's Will Wath at lovemeharder.com. No, it's Will Roth.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, it's Will Roth. You can find me at moonlightnative.com or at Will Roth Music on Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet at me.
Tweet him. Tweet the shit out of him.
On Miley Cyrus.
And a shark.
You're a shark?
You're a shark.
How scary a shark are you?
That's
See?
pretty
That's what I was looking for right there.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. We went
guys.
way over.
Yeah, it was way over. But thanks, guys. We'll see you guys next week, 9 p.m. Central, and do all the following stuff.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey.
Stop streaming!
I think that's long enough.